Here we go. We have some fun news today. I don't even think I can learn Morse code today because the news is just so crazy in terms of ham radio. Oh, I forgot to put on my. I need to hide my nasty bedhead, Sunday bedhead from the world. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Today's news is that the CEO is out of ARRL, and I'm kind of confused. I don't know about you, but like, I thought he was doing good, but apparently he wasn't. I've been up and down on the internet. I even made a blog post like, hey, how to become a board member, because right now I'm like interested and like it might actually change something, but also it might be a completely Sisyphean task to be a board member. I probably, it probably isn't a good idea to do. Maybe it's a better idea to let the board figure out who the next CEO is and then maybe come in. And I come from the perspective of like youth engagement and advocacy and involvement, and it's pretty obvious that the ARRL has kind of a sad representation of youth, and they're doing some things. Like I hear that they're changing the youth membership from 21 to 26 years old, but like still the youth membership is $25 and you have to be the oldest one in the family, in the household. It's like one per household. And I'm like, does that $25 even like times however many young people are a member of the ARRL really mean that much to the league? Just my 2 cents. But yeah, this weekend there was a meeting in the board of directors of the ARRL. They basically fired him. They didn't vote for him, if you will. They wanted him out. And if you go to Reddit, there's a good thread where Rhea, one of the Hudson board director, the Hudson division director, Rhea Jerem into RJ, yeah. They just decided to not renew his contract. If you look at Twitter, Bruce Perrin said that there's some stuff about the marketing agency and maybe there was mismanagement or inaction or something. But everyone thought he was doing fine because he was doing fine. Like he was at tons of, basically every convention. He had speaking engagements with tons of clubs. He had a good message, and all of his like articles in like the last year's what is it? It seems to me, or something, whatever it is in the QST where he writes his thing, we're all pretty positive and shed a good light on the future of ARRL. But here we are, after having him for 2 years, I think, yeah, gone. So good luck to the ARRL for finding a new CEO. Apparently, there's a good there's a good search party. There's obviously tons and tons of like, don't even go to QRZ because it's just like a cesspit. And what you should do is watch me learn Morse code. And hopefully I have like everything working now. Let's check it out real quick. Live. View in live control room. I've got one viewer. Hello, Everything Ham Radio. How are you doing? I saw your videos from the Cowtown Ham Fest. How are you doing? I saw your video. All right, cool. We have a good stream. All right. I don't know why it looks like this for some reason. Oh, it fixed itself. That was weird. Cool. All right. Well, with that news out of the way, and now I'm parched, and I'm not drinking anything tonight. I don't even have water, which is lame. I'm like probably not going to talk too much. Let's learn some CW. Again. Oh, what? 10%? Come on. I should have got that. But I was gonna say again, like with the first attempt at the every day is perfect, almost perfect. Today not so much. I'm still struggling with F. I spend too much time trying to figure out what F is. F is like the newest character to me, and it's the one I hate the most. Let me post my live stream to places so that people can come and watch me struggle. So, but 10%, come on, that's 90% or better, right? Yeah. Oh well. Dashboard. Manage stream. Morse code live. All right. How quick is this stream? Not bad. Oh, okay. Let's try it again. Da-da-da-da. Well. Oh, okay, we're done. Woohoo! We did it! All right. Better than 90%. I actually only had one error. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I knew I skipped it to go on to I. There was a lot of them you saw that I was like, I backspaced because I was like, it was J, or no, it was, I put W, but then I was like, oh, there's another dash there, so I fixed it and put J. So, go me. Oh, right. Let me figure out how to share my stuff. How do I do stuff on the internet? People know better. There we go. Nice. All right, we get to go to the next lesson, 19. Ooh, yeah, 2 cameras. All right, let me get back up the chat. Let me make sure that YouTube is not killing your comments. Good evening. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. KD0NVX from N0SSC. It's really good to hear from you. It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. At least you are learning by sound. I learned CW by sound alike, so it takes me an extra second to get letters. If you've been watching, if you go back and watch all my other ones, you'll see that L is my worst letter, because I learned it just on a whim. Like somebody or somewhere on the internet, there was a mnemonic, and I'm not going to say the mnemonic anymore because I keep saying it and I keep thinking about it, and it's inevitably going to get into your mind or everyone else's mind, and it's going to ruin your speed when it comes to that particular letter. And there was also a mnemonic for F, but I've forgotten what it is, which is good, but now I'm realizing I'm really slow on F. But every time I hear L, I hear that damn mnemonic every time, and it slows me down, and I have to stop thinking of that mnemonic. So, just living with it. I think eventually it'll come out, or it'll leave my brain after we get to a certain speed, because eventually you will learn Morse code so fast that you can't actually think of words. Like your internal monologue doesn't have time to catch up to that. So yeah. What? Oh, why is the new letter? Thanks for sharing, by the way. Da 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 da. Beep, beep, beep. This is Pingo G in Twitch. I know all of you love YouTube, but you should go to twitch.tv and get more hams on Twitch, because, I mean, ham radio is a game, and Twitch is for gamers. Makes sense, right? All right. What? Did it again. I missed a few. Missed more. I think it was the end was a da 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 da. That was not good. Not terrible, but not good. And did I get the Ys? I got most of the Ys. Is there any Ys out here? No. This was the source of all my English. All right. Is this a paid site? Twitch.tv? No, it is totally free. It's a thing where you can pay to pay money to the streamers to fund them, but yeah, it's totally free. In fact, you don't even need an account. You can just go and watch anybody, but you need an account to comment, just like YouTube. But yeah, just go to twitch.tv/coffee, KAWFEY. In fact, I'll poke it into the chat to save you all the time. /KAWFEY. Boop. You click that, and it takes you here, where you can see me. It's Inception, and I'm logged in. In fact, what if I tried to actually? How do I open a private window? Make sure I'm actually right when I say you don't need an account. Yeah, you don't need an account. Here we are. When I say you don't need an account. Wow. Yeah, cool. But it will say, like, yeah, sign up if you want to get to the chat room. If I said some hi, oh, I can't do it because I need to log in. So it's pretty easy to get an account. It's free. The only time you pay money is if you click a subscribe button or you buy bits, which are like their currency. And then basically you can give bits to things. Oh, and you're talking about LCWO and not Twitch. My bad. Learn CW Online is also completely free. There is, in fact, no way to spend money on LCWO. I think you can donate to the creator, Fabian Kerr's DJ1YFK. Spread the word if you like, blah, blah, blah. Here's some banners, reviews, translators. Here it is. We are not interested in monetary donations, so there's your answer. You cannot even give them money. I would love to, because I really love this interface. Let me do one more lesson and I'll start going off more questions. Because we're learning Morse code anyway, right? Oh man, we haven't done M for so long, it got me messed up. Da-da. Da-da. M. I'm doing my mulligan. Oh wow, that's surprising. I said that's unsurprising. I'm so good at CW. I didn't do too bad, so I can move on to the next lesson. Technotite Jacob asks, if your name is still Jacob, should ask. Getting back into the ham scene, what mid-price decent HF transceiver would you recommend? I would recommend buying my IC746 and fixing it because I have all the parts to fix it. It's like the sudden death syndrome. It's just an MMIC that you need to, or it's a little amplifier that you need to replace because it got shocked by ESD or something. But otherwise, my favorite one to recommend, besides used, if you want to buy new, would be the the FT. What's it called? The FT 450. The Yaesu FT 450. Very small rig, very very well priced, and does everything you need in a ham radio. If you can go up to $1,000, and right now it's actually $900 ish or so, maybe even less. I bought mine for $900, or my wife bought me mine for $900. Is the IC 7300. Everyone rave reviews about the radio. Has a big screen, 924 after mail and rebate, and you can get it for even less if you. I think Ham Radio Outlet will always have some kind of better deal or whatever. Really bad for like adjacent signals and field day and stuff, but I freaking love mine. Everyone who owns one loves theirs, so it's not a bad deal. It's a modern radio, but the FT450 is a very good option as well. 450D, so it's a little bit cheaper, new, $739. But you don't get the cool display. It does do, the filtering in there is really good, and I think the rejection of adjacent signals is a lot better than the 7300. So if you plan to work like field day or contesting, I think this is better because it has like roofing filters, it has built-in on DSP and all that stuff. It's a pretty modern rig. I think it's like it's kind of old, but it's fairly new. And yeah, it's got an auto tuner. And one thing to note about the 7300, it also has an auto tuner, but it's a good one, and it's also a bad one. People don't realize that it has a 10-to-1 option if you enable the emergency mode, but that limits your power output to 50 watts. But for all intents and purposes, it can only do 3-to-1. Now, I've had my IC746, and that thing can tune crazy to 1. Like, I've hooked it up to a dog fence, and it would tune it. Like, what? And it has 2 meters and 100 watts on 2 meters, my IC746, which I really like. It's just too bad that it's not in the air because it's in a box currently broken. So I might sell it. If I were going to sell it, I'd probably sell it for $400 or $500, maybe $450 if it's working perfectly. Because I'm not like those other hams who don't know how to depreciate value on radios. So, shall we move on to lesson number 20? What is it going to be? What the I don't like this, man. Does anybody even use comma? Funny story about the comma. So I was at the Rocky Mountain National National Rocky Mountain Division thing. I don't know. I was in Utah, or no, I was in Colorado in Estes Park in 2013. I think so, because I was working at the VLA, I drove up to Colorado for this. I got to hang out with a bunch of cool people who were like the bigwigs, if you will, the board of directors, some famous people, I would call them. I think Brian Molshowski was the director, his vice director, a couple other people, some big name contesters. I remember WY7YL, Katie Allen was there, and we were all having fun. It was like an after party, and there was this thing called the left foot, the QLF contest, and I wonder if I can find a video of this. It is sending with your left foot, and it looks exactly like this. You get a big Morse code paddle, and you get a sheet which has a couple of, a sentence on it, and you send it with your left foot. And the sentence gets continuously harder and harder. Like you go from one, which is like maybe A, B, C, or E, I, M, and equals, whatever. And then the next one will be like Q, L, F, ironically Q, L, F. And then the next one will be like period, equal sign, some pro signs. And then the last one will have like characters know what he uses, like comma. And I was in the contest, and it was down to me and 2 other people. And I went, or the person went, they lost the comma. They lost. We didn't have the same sheet. We had different letters on our sheet, so we wouldn't cheat off each other. But the first person lost, and the second person lost, and it was up to me, or the second person won. So it was a 2-way tie, shootout, if you will, and it came down to a comma. I sent a comma, and the way I sent it was da 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 da, and I just wailed at the key. Like I didn't know what I was sending, and I knew it was like super long. Like you can hear, it's super long. Da 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 da. And honestly, I don't think I sent it, but they heard da 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 da, and I was the winner of the QLF contest in the 2013 Rocky Mountain National Division. As far as I can remember, maybe it's 2012. I'm sure there's no record of it. I think I got a plaque, but it's in some bin somewhere. Not a plaque, a certificate. But I sent the letter comma. Does anyone use the old repeat code? Da 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 da. I don't know. I don't. Still new to CW, not many contacts, but I've never used the comma in the QSO. You've probably heard it in Interact Choose. I wonder if I can just Google like it might mean something like CW pro signs. We talked about how the equal sign is the kind of the break, a pause or separator, and comma is da. What is it again? Da 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 da. Da 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 is Z, and then da da is M, but there's nothing that says M. Or da da is M, and then da da is nothing. I'm trying to figure out the combination of the characters. Maybe there isn't any, and that's just how it is. Morse code comma. Abbreviations and punctuation. So let's looking before blah blah blah. Quotation marks. So commas here. Seems like for all intents and purposes, it is what it is. If you're sending perfect CW, like perfect characters or sentences, and one of them has a comma, then you would send this. I was thinking maybe it was a shortening that would mean something more than just that. Wonder how often frequency shift CW appears on air. Never. It never appears on air because I've never heard it before. And what he means, and this is on YouTube, by the way, if you're watching Twitch, all 1 of you, 3 of you, thanks for watching on Twitch. The what is it? Frequency shift CW is the dash is a certain frequency and the da is another frequency, and it sounds like da 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 da. Wait, da da. Actually, I showed this on. I sound stupid when I'm trying to do this, so I will actually demonstrate it on my phone without trying to expose all of my information to the world. Boop. How do I actually turn the stupid thing? There it is. I gotta turn the volume up. It sounds kind of like this. So the dit is a high character and the da is a low character. But the thing about this app, the Morse code keyboard, it doesn't actually do the timing right. So all you hear is the same duration, but just different tones. And I haven't played with it, but I don't think there's a way to change that. So, but I never hear it on the air, and it's also, I just don't think it's a good way to learn CW. Hot take. I wonder if you can change it in here. Random, short delay. No, you can't do that. Change the tone to random, but you can't change the thing. I'm sure there's another trainer that does do frequency shift. Am I missing anything? Worldwide Young Contesters is a meme group. Yeah, they are. RIP too. I never hang out with them. Hang out with them on the internet. I think they have an IRC chat, and that's about all I know. All right, comma. I'm still it's been streaming for almost 30 minutes now, and I still feel great. So let's keep going. Bad. Ooh, there was a comma there. No, wait, was it a comma? Man, I messed up. I'm all goofed up. Mulligan, second mulligan. It's fine. It's fine. F. All right, this lesson's hose. We'll just do it. Da-da-da-da-da. Boop. Oh well, forget about you. It went all bad. This isn't fair. I got at least that part, but it should be up there. But whatever, it's fine. We're fine. Okay, I get it. Hey. Nope. All messed up. No. T. I got T. It's just gibberish. I want to learn the letters, not stupid commas. Man, this is hard. Camera's falling. I'll take this time to complain about the AWR some more. If you are just tuning in at the beginning of this, I talked about how the AWR lost their CEO today, or this weekend. And that sucks. And I hope they find a new CEO. All right, well, that's been 30 minutes of hanging out and learning Morse code, so I think I'm good for the day. We've got ourselves progressed a few more lessons. That's good. That's great. That's wonderful. Let's look at the statistics and see, like, ooh, and then yay, and then this is probably going to go down like the solar cycle 25 or 24, whatever we're in, or whatever was last year. But it's progress. I'm happy to see, like, all right, I've learned many characters. In fact, most of them. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, AWLCO is gone. Stay tuned for the next the next rendition of the AWRL, a CEO Boogaloo, or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to make funny jokes. Cycle 24, 25 is coming up. Well, cycle 23, the null of cycle 23. Ironically, I talk to people about this who complain about the solar cycle is. I got into ham radio when the solar cycle was. Let me find a here. Yeah, no, this is too early. Come on, this one. Yeah, I got into ham radio right here in 2007 when I was in my heyday. Was right here. Like, I thought ham radio was the bee's knees. And all throughout here, it really didn't change much. Like, I didn't notice 10 meters was doing crazy things and this and that. But also, I was in the middle of, like, the core years of my college career, so I didn't really do much ham radio. I contested here and there, but this was my heyday of ham radio. That's where I made all my videos. That's where I did all my fun stuff. Marty has an urge to do some podcasting, so we might get on the Phase Online podcast tonight. Spoiler alert. And now we're here, so hopefully 25 does something, or 25 does something better than whatever this guy's predicting. Oh, this is even better. Yeah, 2007, 2008, bottom of the cycle. I didn't know any better. So yeah, it'll be fun if we get a better solar cycle, like something like this. Oh yeah, that'll be great, and I'll actually get to realize what it is to have like a high sunspot number for HF or on HF. So, have I considered enrolling in CW Academy? I have. I should. I want to get to a certain, personally, I want to get to a certain, what do you call it? A certain level, proficiency level before I go there. Honestly, I want to get through all the characters and be able to accurately get some words through, and then start using CW Academy to learn the words at a faster rate, and learn sentences really, and in a contest thing. But I would recommend anybody to do it. It's really good. I really like what they do. There's also, let me look up the CW. And also, you guys are my CW Academy, if you will. I'm doing this live stream because it's forcing me every day to like remind myself, hey, if I don't get on today, it's you guys telling me, hey, why don't you get on today? And just the same with CW Academy, this is a way for beginners and intermediates to like be pushed and persuaded and pressured in a good way to learn CW and become very proficient at it. So it's really good, and it's free. You have to get into it. There's a certain amount of slots, I think. They do it 3 times a year in 2-month increments, so I will give that a shot, and I will stream my experience once I get done with the LCWO lessons, I think. I haven't actually planned it out, but I think we'll do that. Haha, Marty, hi. There's also, I want to shout out Long Island Iced Tea. What is it, Long Island CW Club? They also have a similar kind of thing, helping make CW great again. I love it. They have classes. It's structured. It's very similar to CW Academy, I think. It's also free. This website is really awesome. Shout out and good job to W2 also. Well, that's the club name. Hummingbird Web Design, whoever owns that, is doing a good job with this club. Although the GIF could use some updating. But yeah, check these guys out. If you don't have to be in New York to be a member. You can be anywhere. This is one of the clubs that are like Yark is. They're changing the way that we see clubs. It's becoming more online. So, you know, you have clubs that are their entire presence is on the internet instead of, you know, at some small building or hanging out at a hospital. Wink, wink. If you're Kyle, if you're in the SLSRC, for the club things and getting more out there, which is really good. I mean, look how many members they got, 287, and that's, you know, representing 41 states, 9 countries. Pretty awesome. All right, speaking from experience, if you know the characters, you'll be way ahead of the game with CWA level 1. So maybe that means I should start at level 2. I think there's like a proficiency, like somebody you try with somebody and they say, all right, we're going to push you to this level. And I think since you're paired with an actual human being who knows Morse code, they're not going to bog you down with like trying to learn the characters. I think they're very flexible and cool like that. Sorry, I'm like, I have a monotonic voice because I don't have water next to me, so I don't know. I'm just making up excuses. So, okay, yeah. So we've been here for a long time. Today, I hope you had a good time watching me learn Morse code and complain about the, not really complain about the AWL, just shooting the news at the CEOs doing a thing. Here I am quickly losing hope in the AWL just because there's so much turmoil and upside downness, and things just happening like that shouldn't be happening. A lot of infighting we've seen in the last 5 years. You had the censure of N6AA. You've got RIA on the board, which was like a contention. It's hotly debated on Cures. Let me put it that way. But I'm very glad she's on the board, and she's the one here communicating to the people like what the heck's going on, which is very awesome. So, all right. That's our CW and our ham radio news for the day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. 73.